When an emergency siren hits and a crash tender roars down the tarmac, adrenaline takes over. Airport firefighters operate in an environment where a single second dictates the difference between a controlled rescue and a total catastrophe. In that high-pressure environment, it is easy to look at international corporate standards and dismiss them as bureaucratic red tape. They often feel like administrative hurdles designed by management, entirely disconnected from the reality of fighting a jet fuel fire. But lacking a rigid, standardized baseline on an active airfield invites chaos. A skipped vehicle inspection can lead to a jammed pump at the exact moment water is needed most, and a poorly handled chemical spill can shut down a commercial runway for days. This animated diagram shows how three specific international standards, ISO 9001, 14001, and 5001, interlock. Together, they operate as a comprehensive tactical playbook for elite fire services, turning abstract numbers into a solid operational shield. Bravery gets a crew into the heat, but it is this structured foundation that ensures the equipment performs and the strategy holds when the pressure peaks. Let's break down the first ring, ISO 9001, the standard for quality management. In a fire station, quality means executing every single task correctly, exactly on time, and strictly according to established operating procedure. Practically, this dictates a firefighter's daily routine. It requires total adherence to standard operating procedures and demands rigorous physical inspections of fire vehicles, hoses, and protective gear before every shift. It also mandates strict administrative actions. Personnel must actively participate in mock drills, maintain perfectly accurate incident logs, and immediately report any equipment defect the moment it is spotted. The philosophy behind continuous improvement here is simple, captured by the Hindi mantra, Sahi kaam, sahi tareke se, har bar. Right work, right way, every time. These protocols remove the burden of improvisation during a crisis. By standardizing every check and drill, the service minimizes the variables that lead to failure in the field. The second layer is ISO 14001, focusing on environmental management. The core objective here is to respond to crises while inflicting absolute minimal damage on the surrounding ecosystem. The environmental hazards inherent to the job are severe. Extinguishing an aircraft fire requires deploying massive volumes of water and heavy chemical fire suppression foam, both of which can easily wash off the tarmac and into local soil. To counter this, the standard mandates immediate protective actions. Fire crews must instantly contain jet fuel leaks, properly dispose of chemical waste, and shut down idling engines to curb unnecessary air pollution. This creates a crucial bridge between safety and ecology, summarized by the mantra, Suraksha ke saath Paryavaran ki bhi raksha, protecting the environment alongside safety. If a crew successfully extinguishes a burning aircraft, but allows irreversible, toxic chemical runoff to destroy the local water supply, the mission remains an operational failure. ISO 14001 ensures the ecosystem survives the rescue. The final layer is ISO 5001, the energy management standard. This framework focuses on the aggressive conservation of electricity, fuel, and overall energy across all fire service operations. Inside the static environment of the fire station, this translates to basic but mandatory habits. Personnel are required to turn off overhead lights, fans, and air conditioning units the moment a room or barracks is empty. Out on the airfield, mobile vehicle management is heavily regulated. Crews are prohibited from leaving engines idling without a direct operational cause, and mechanics must perform proactive maintenance to ensure every heavy-duty vehicle achieves maximum fuel efficiency. The connection between daily conservation and long-term budgets is captured in the final mantra, Urja Bachao, Lagat Katao, save energy, reduce costs. These microscopic daily adjustments in behavior compound over a fiscal year. They drastically reduce the station's overhead costs, preserving crucial financial resources for necessary equipment upgrades and actual crises. This matrix binds these standards into a daily reference guide. ISO 9001 ensures quality through standard procedures and accurate records. ISO 14001 protects the environment by stopping pollution and managing waste. ISO 50001 conserves energy by strictly managing station power and vehicle fuel consumption. These aren't three separate checklists to be filed away. They are the three pillars of a modern airport operation. By following this matrix, the crew secures the airfield, protects the environment, and preserves the budget, keeping them ready for the next alarm.